All right, let's get right into it. We're going to go on a little journey today. A journey that starts with that satisfying ache from a great workout and ends with you being fundamentally stronger. And you know what? It all happens in those quiet moments after you've already put the weights down. Today, we're digging into the science of muscle recovery.
I mean, of course you have, right? That familiar ache, that bit of stiffness, that feeling that just screams, I really pushed myself yesterday. Well, that's not just some random side effect. Nope, that's actually the opening chapter of our story. It's your body sending you a very, very specific signal. Now, I know the word damage sounds, well, bad, but in this case, it's exactly what we're aiming for. So don't think of it as destruction. Think of it more like a renovation project. These tiny little micro tears are the essential first step your body has to take to adapt, to rebuild, and ultimately to come back way more powerful than it was before. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll talk about why that soreness even happens. Then we're going to meet the incredible biological crew that handles all the repairs. After that, we'll see what raw materials they need to get the job done right. We'll also look at creating the perfect conditions for recovery. And finally, we'll wrap it all up into a simple blueprint you can actually use.
Okay, let's start at square one. The workout itself, and that feeling you get a day or two later. This is where the whole amazing process really kicks off. Every single time you lift a weight or really challenge your muscles, you're creating these microscopic tears. And its construction analogy, it's perfect. You're not just breaking things down for the sake of it. You're actually clearing the ground and laying a new foundation for something much, much stronger to be built in its place. And that soreness, the infamous DOMS, it's not a sign you did something wrong. It's a thumbs up from your body that the renovation has officially started. It means the inflammation and repair crews have been called in. So next time you feel it, try not to think, ouch, think, okay, progress is happening. So the signal's been sent. Now what? Well, this is where it gets really cool. Your body mobilizes this incredible, highly organized repair crew to get to work on that internal construction site. This whole process happens in three really distinct phases. First, you've got the demolition crew, your immune cells, and they rush in to clear out all the debris from those micro tears. Then the builders arrive. These are amazing things called satellite cells, and they get to work rebuilding the structure using protein. And finally, you have the finishing touches. This happens over weeks, where your body remodels those new fibers, making them bigger and way more durable. It's an incredible internal project. But, every construction project needs raw materials. You can have the best crew in the world, but if they don't have supplies, nothing gets built. And this is where your nutrition comes into play. Okay, first and foremost, you need protein. This is the absolute non-negotiable building block. The amino acids you get from protein are the literal bricks and mortar that your body's crew uses to patch up and strengthen those muscle fibers. Seriously, without enough protein, the whole project just grinds to a halt. All right, next up, creatine. If protein is the bricks, think of creatine as the power generator for all the construction equipment. It helps rapidly top off your muscles' energy tanks, which isn't just crucial for your next workout, but it also fuels the super energy-intensive process of repair itself. Remember that demolition phase, the inflammation? It's necessary, but you don't want it to get out of control. Omega-3s act like the site manager, helping to keep all that inflammation in a healthy, productive range. That makes for a much smoother, more comfortable recovery. And hey, let's not forget magnesium. This is huge for the basic mechanics of how your muscles work. It helps them contract and, just as importantly, helps them relax. Getting enough magnesium helps the whole system run smoothly and can help you avoid cramps and unnecessary tension while you recover. And of course, there are other key players in the supporting cast. BCAAs can sometimes help with that next-day soreness. Collagen supports the connective tissue that kind of holds everything together. Vitamin D is just fundamental for overall muscle strength. And antioxidants, they help manage stress. But remember, some of that inflammatory stress is good for adaptation, so balance is totally the key here. Okay, so we've got the crew and we've got the materials. But even the best construction project can be derailed by bad weather, right? We need to create the perfect environment for all this amazing work to actually happen. Look, I really can't overstate this one. Sleep is when the real magic happens. It's during those hours of deep sleep that your body cranks up hormone production and protein synthesis just skyrockets. If you're not getting enough quality sleep, you are fundamentally robbing yourself of recovery. It's really that simple. So what about rest days? Should you just sit on the couch, or is it better to go for a light walk? Well, it depends. Active recovery, we're talking light walking, stretching, is fantastic for improving blood flow. It helps deliver all those nutrients and clear out waste products. Complete rest, on the other hand, is crucial when you are truly wiped out or injured. It lets your whole system, especially your nervous system, totally recharge. The trick is learning to listen to your body to know which one it needs. And please, don't forget these fundamentals. Hydration is basically the delivery truck system for all those nutrients. Carbohydrates are what you need to refill your muscles' primary fuel tanks, your glycogen stores. And then things like foam rolling can help with circulation and ease some of that tightness, all contributing to that perfect recovery environment. Okay, we have covered the why, the who, the what, and the where. So now let's assemble all of this into a simple, actionable blueprint for building that stronger version of yourself. So here's the bottom line. Recovery isn't just one thing. It's a whole bunch of smart choices all stacked together. You got to prioritize your protein, drink your water, make sleep a total non-negotiable, move a little bit on your rest days, and maybe the most important thing of all, listen to your body. It will tell you what it needs. Supplements can help fill in the gaps, sure, but only after all these other fundamentals are locked in. So let me just leave you with this thought. The next time you finish that final rep and put the weight down, remember, the work isn't over. In fact, you could say the most important part, the part where you actually get stronger, is just about to begin. Your recovery is never an afterthought. It's the very first step toward your next level of fitness.